Don't fucking worry about it. Okay? Hello everyone, it is John Wick Fortnite, as you might have been able to tell from earlier. And today, we are going to be doing an anime review on Hinamatsuri. Go. Grab a drink. It's what I need. Is a drink. Fuck. Alrighty. Hinamatsuri is a 12-episode slice of life anime. Yes, that's what I said, slice of life. Oh, you like fighting animes? Is that so? Is that the case? You don't like slice of life, you like action. You like wah, 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 wah. Yeah, that's what you like, huh? Well, let me tell you, we've got some of that too. We've got that
Ooh, you know what I'm saying? Haha. Alright.
Hinamatsuri is about a Yakuza named Nita. If you don't know what a Yakuza is, well, essentially it's a member of a Japanese mafia.
Essentially.
This Yakuza, this Nita is essentially forced to take in a elementary school psychic girl. Oh boy, is this an adventure? Let me tell you. Yeah, so they go on all sorts of
wacky adventures
and meet all sorts of
zany characters.
Now, I didn't do this intro ironically because I think it's a bad show. On the contrary, it's actually very good. I did that because I'm the big rard. Starting off, we have art and animation, and oh boy, do we look sexy in this category. Animation is very smooth, very rare. Quite frankly, due to budget and time constrictions, most animes actually I feel have lazy animation, especially compared to more American Western animations. You're definitely going to see higher quality animation in Steven's Universe than in Citrus. I mean, that's not a fair comparison, but fuck it. Fuck you. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about you. You're gay. If I did have to compare Hinamatsuri animation to Western animation, I would think to Archer, because they're almost. Dude, I feel like these animation styles are like exactly the same. Very smooth but exaggerated movements. Just overall, really just flows super well. Everything that's supposed to move fucking moves. Moving on to art, we are looking at background-wise, pretty generic, unfortunately to say. In your slice of life, this is what you're going to find. These backgrounds are almost all identical to each other. Hinamatsuri does not change that. What I will say is that these backgrounds do not feel empty. They feel like someone lives there, someone belongs there. They don't just feel like they're there to fill empty space. They feel like they're there to set a tone. And that's what a background's supposed to do. And Hinamatsuri does that very well. So keep it up, guys. You're
really killing it out there.
Now, when we're looking at the foreground, we're really speaking about the characters. We are looking at some very epic character designs. To be honest, everything besides the eyes and the hair are pretty average. The size of the eyes are also pretty, anime style guys. But the way that the eyes are designed is very unique. I don't know why, they just really pop out to me. The difference in the eye colors, the difference in the highlights and the darks, the contrast just in the colors it fucking pops, and it really is super just pleasing to look at. I like it. I enjoy it. I think it's very sexy. Now, the hair that I pointed out is something I especially like, because there are two components to the hair. It's not just the hair and then a color. First of all, it's much more detailed hair than normal shows, and that's something you can notice right off the bat. There's also two components to the hair color. You have the base color, which is the majority of the hair, and then you have the highlight color. And this highlight color is something I haven't really seen much of. Don't get me wrong, there are almost always highlight colors on hair, but in anime, but they're almost unnoticeable. They're just usually lighter shades of the hair color that don't really pop out. Hinamatsuri, this is not the case. I instantly noticed in Hina's hair, it had fucking white highlights in it. and it looks good. It looks sexy. I really enjoyed just looking at the hair. I have a crippling hair fetish. Now, this hair highlight is not always white. In Nita's case, it is a light yellow, and in other characters' cases, it could be a light brown, or maybe a light, like a very light gray to contrast to black, or something like that. Yeah, but overall, these highlights just look very nice. Moving on to the plot and kind of the contents of the show, we're going to see some very interesting adventures. And I don't say interesting very lightly. We're looking at elementary kids being homeless, being bartenders, fucking psychic. There's a mafia member that's like kind of neat. That's Nita, and you see some of his mafia friends. Do I need to say any more? I said homeless elementary girl. Like what?
Nani?
Now I'm gonna be real with you. Hina is that classic, monotone, direct, very non-sarcastic, socially awkward fucking character. I mean, we've seen it a million times. Violet Evergarden, Saitama, Mob, etc. Right? But aside from Hina, we have some very deep and interesting characters, especially Nita. Nita is a very rare case I find. I can't attach him to any tropes. Really just a 3D character, very interesting to watch him develop. I'm just stalking him all the time. It's crazy. So FBI, I'm your guy. I'm right here. I'm stalking Nita every day. But like I was saying, Nita is a very complex character. You really have to watch these episodes, get to know him. He's not just this one and done, clear-cut character that you can be like, Nita, he's blank. He's also blank. Moving on to the pacing of the show, we are looking at some very epic pacing. Now, I'm going to say this. There's no, like, super driving story plot that you're going to see, and this is very common in slice of life. It's just day-to-day adventures. I find it very difficult to fuck up slice of life pacing, and they don't. This is very good pacing, but I just wanted to say that. So, citrus. Now, I will say that the pacing in the show does go above the requirements for what would be good pacing in a slice of life show. You are going into each episode and you are fully engaged because you were like, I know how the fuck these two
N-words
got here, dude. I'm aware. I know. I'm next level of thinking. But no, the show's doing all the work. You stupid, you fucking moron.
Moving on to the music for this show, we're going to be seeing some crazy music.
No, that's not true. The music is actually pretty generic, sorry to say. It's just your average slice of life music. I've definitely seen better slice of life music. Don't get me wrong, it's not bad. And it's not the most generic music they could have ever chose, but I feel like they could have done a better job. The intro song, it does get me a little hyped up, but it's nothing that I go out of my way to watch because of the song, unlike Gintama and A Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Senpai. I'm watching the intro every time. Come on. But it gets the job done. And that's all it really needs to do, because the content of the show is really going to pull you away. One quick inquiry that I have with this show is, in some of the more dramatic moments, I feel like the comedic relief kind of just sucks. In a couple scenes with Anzu-chan, it's just kind of the jokes just kind of fall flat and ruin the whole dramatic moment. Not entirely, but it's kind of just like, come on, dude. And that's going to be the end of today's review. Overall, I'm going to give this a
7 out of 10.
And this is going to be the outro, guys. So, if you could just do me a quick favor and kind of just subscribe. Maybe you could, I don't know, you like the video. Give that a shot, See ya.